the volume nice and loud. Cause we are controlling transmission with dance beats and R&B. You're in the mix with Lil Drummer Girl. With your host, Dawn Marie.
Hey there, it's Dawn Marie Mutel. Thanks for stopping by. Today's guest on The Little Drummer Girl is Randall, who's also known as Chop. He's the king of reggae. He's straight from the island of Jamaica. He's performed and recorded with numerous bands in Jamaica and even created a band with Al Anderson from the original Wailers, and he's actually worked on the Caribbean cruise lines, and now he plays with this reggae band Jahfari. I happened to catch their show last night, and they rocked the house, and I knew I had to get him on the show. So without further ado, let's get Dyrol on the air. Hey Dyrol, how's it going this evening?
Hey, damn, it's going good, man. Big up yourself to the Max and the great viewers out there. Good evening to you all.
I'm so glad you took the time. Thank you again. It really means a great deal to me. That I know you're a busy man, so thank you for being here today.
Most very welcome, man. It's an honor to be on the show. You know, I mean, a lot of people could have gotten the opportunity that you're giving me now, so I consider myself truly blessed and highly favored. Humbly thank you.
Oh, well, thank you. It really means a lot. Your show last night was awesome. I didn't get to stay for the whole show because it was a school night. I had to leave early, but I loved it. And it was the first time I'm seeing you guys, and you guys really rocked. And can't wait to catch you again the next time you're in town.
Thank you. Totally appreciate that, damn. Thank you. I appreciate that so much.
So tell me something. You know, you're born and raised in Jamaica, and then how old were you when you moved to the States?
Well, yeah, born and raised in Jamaica. I moved to the States almost 9 years now. But before that, yeah, man, I've been traveling from I was 19. You know, almost 20 years I've been traveling before I decided to make United States my home. Because, you know, Jamaica is roots and culture, and, you know, there's no place like home. However, you know, at times when you want to grow, you definitely have to leave the comfort of your home and the surroundings. So that was my plan, and the opportunity came up, and I embraced it.
Beautiful. So, what was the first thing, like, when you were traveling to different countries, and were you actually playing out there in those countries as well?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I'll say, currently working with the Bob Marley and the Wailers. It's been quite emotion and appreciation of what the culture of roots music, planted from the great Bob Marley years ago, has really spread throughout the world. The reception has been phenomenal, and we have done a lot of the European tours last year. For me, as grown as I am, it was quite overwhelming to hold back even sometimes the emotional tears of the joy and love that people share and the respect that they give, you know, to foundation, real roots and culture music coming from Bob Marley, represented by the great Al Anderson himself and the crew that he has allowed us to accompany to spread such a positive message. So, yeah, the countries have been awesome. Learning different cultures, you know, feeling people, how they live, you know, their reception. It's amazing. You know, you almost feel like you're not just a musician, but also an ambassador. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That's awesome. Yeah. That's really amazing. I mean, I've been a fan of Bob Marley since, you know, I can remember. And I think I mentioned to you the other night, when you guys actually played here in St. Petersburg, I was supposed to go to that show, and I missed it. And I was, like, kicking myself in the butt, thinking, wow, I can't believe I missed it. But I had work, and I couldn't go.
I understand. But, you know, the good thing is I'm pretty sure that on the schedule next year, they're going to do another Florida run. And I'm very sure that Dennis Landon Live will be and should be a part of this run. So most definitely, you didn't catch us the first time, but you'll catch us the second time. And I'm looking forward to seeing you there.
Gotta let me know. Give me a heads up. So I can put it on the calendar.
Most definitely, I will. Yeah.
So how young were you when you first picked up your first pair of drumsticks?
You know what, Liam? As young as age 13, to be exact, because as all majority of musicians, even from Jamaica and worldwide, we all started playing in the church. And that's how I started playing first. Yeah, man, I played at a church in Montego Bay called the Montego Bay New Testament Church of God. They had a membership of around 2,000 people, you know, per service. Yeah, they have 2 services. And to be honest with you, guitar was my first instrument, electric guitar. And
Oh, wow.
I had a passion for the guitar for almost a year. I learned a lot. I was able to memorize my chords and play some good melody. But then the drummer for the church came in and started doing some techniques, some practicing some paradiddles and rudiments while I was practicing the guitar. And for that very moment, all of what I was learning just went on pause, and I paid attention to what he was doing on drums. Yeah, it just went on pause, and boy, I'm more intrigued with the drums. I mean, I'm there striking the strings and not remembering what I'm holding. I'm paying attention to what he's doing. And of course, I didn't want to disappoint my teacher at the time, which was Masina Williams. He was the music director of the church, so I tried my very best to hold it together, but I'm sorry, man, I had a lot of flat tires at that moment. I just fell right apart and like, okay, when can you show me something on the drums?
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, man. So my poor music director guy, I felt so bad because he was like, oh, so you don't want to play guitar anymore? I didn't want to hurt his feelings, but I was like, okay, of course I want to play guitar, but can we just schedule in the drums like next week before we do the next guitar lessons? He was like, yeah, I did. So he was like, boy, okay, whatever you decide to do. But the moment I was shown the very first pattern on the drums, I'm sorry, but the music director has never seen me since until a Sunday morning playing drums again. And he got so tired, he even stopped asking me, when are you coming back? And all was in my head, drums, and more drums. I could not get it out of my DNA, you know what I mean? So
I love that.
I embraced it, man. And, it was so funny when I started playing. My mother would get so upset with me because, we had some, we call them Ottomans, Ottomans. And I would beat the dust out of those bad boys, man, And she would be like, oh my God, you're going to let me keep replacing them? I said, no, I'm just trying to practice. She said, you're making too much noise. So I took my practicing at the back of a empty house where there was a big dog. The poor dog was watching me, but that dog did not like me very well. So every time I'm heading to go up the stairs, I have to approach the gate of where the dog cannot get over to me. And I'm telling you, when that dog see me coming, he's like, oh, Harley's going to break loose right now. He's going to make them drums noise, and I can't take it. So he would try to get over the fence to tear me apart. So I always, yeah, man. So, I made sure I started to schedule and find out what time he's asleep during the day and what time is his feeding time. So when he's asleep, I could sneak around there without disturbing him because, by then I know his belly is too full to even move, So it was all strategic planning,
Who would think drumming is a hazardous skill life?
I'm telling you, that's what I have to do, until I finally,
that's great.
Yeah, well, give thanks, man. Get into the groove of it and started taking more lessons from my teacher at church. His name is Edward Aaron. Great guy. He became like family. They're like family to me. Up until this very day, he's still on Facebook. I saw him post some of his videos while he's playing, and it just brought the warmth to my heart of gratitude and appreciation, knowing that this was the man who first planted the seed, to say, hey, you can do it, and I've never looked back since. I don't know what it was, but at first when I even started playing in the church services, I was a nervous wreck. So with the slow songs, the worship songs, I was good at those. But when it comes on to the up-tempo songs, those choruses that they said you're going to Zion when the trumpet calls, man, I would feel like that miserable. And then, because of the technique I was using to push the force of the pedal, I didn't know any better at the time. So the praise and worship leader, he wanted to, I swear to you, he wanted to use a water bottle to hit me off those drums so bad. This man would screw his face so hard at me like, really, dude, you're messing up my flow. So they would have to call in my drummer friend saying, hey, Dyrol needs help. of course, my little feelings got hurt because I feel like I'm failing, and I didn't want to fail. So then, I told him, I said, show me what to do. And I always humble myself to learn, because I want to say this to our musicians too. Listen, the greatest part about learning is to humble yourself to learn, because a lot of people will say, hey, we want to learn, but if you don't humble our hearts to open it, we will not learn. And that's what I did. I humbled and opened my heart to learn, and that's what I did. And from there, I went on to play in the hotels by one of my great friends, Mr. Courtney Sinclair. He actually is one of the greatest piano soloists from Jamaica. He's still in Jamaica. So he was working at the Round the Hill Hotel where they shot the movie Our Stella Got Her Groove Back. He was working at that hotel, so he actually got me the gig on Saturday nights to come in and learn contemporary jazz, salsa, merengue, you name all the different genres of music. And that was like my free college of music education, and also learning the right techniques, the right sound, how to sing properly with jazz. Got me all around it, And,
Wow.
of course, my greatest other influence, Mr. Peter Brown, great bass player. Man, he was hard as me. Man, you would think it's boot camp. If I ever made a mistake, I think he was going to jump on me and fight me. But,
That's scary.
I was scared. I'm not going to lie. I was scared at 1 or 2 points. So I said, you know what? Rather than fighting fire with fire, because he's a big guy and I was so much smaller than how you met me, I'm like, no, I'm not going to take this time. So let's do this strategic, verbal way. So I approached you. I said, listen, I know that you're really trying to work with me. What am I doing wrong? Why we don't have the chemistry? He said, guess what? You have the potential and you're lazy. So that is why I'm angry. I said, okay. I said, what am I lazy with? He said, you have the potential to be a great drummer, but you are lazy. You're not practicing. You're not throwing as though you should. You're not concentrating as though you should. I felt horrible. But you know what? Rather than take that insult as a stumbling block, I flipped it over and make it into a stepping stone. So when he told me that, I just said, you know what? I'm humbled. Teach me what to do. I'm willing to learn. And that's what I did. And the moment I humbled myself, he was able to open up and show me everything that I was missing, and what I needed to know in addition, to everything else, which was phenomenal. Mr. Peter Brown, And
I love that.
Yeah, man. I mean, positive, awesome piece. It's an honor. And when I left Jamaica and I lived there like 2 years ago, he warmed my heart, by sending me a message to say, hey, I wish you were still here in Jamaica. And for coming from him as a great bass player, it was quite humbling, with gratitude, knowing, that, hey, I thought this guy was going to jump on me, wants to tear me apart like a hungry lion because I was lazy, Now he's missing me, So that was a plus. Yeah, man.
It's that tough love, the tough love that got you where you need to go.
Yes, the tough love, and it actually worked. So right after that, I was influenced by another great bass player, Mr. Isaiah Wani Palmer. And Isaiah Wani Palmer, he was the one who taught me the rudiments of reggae, how to groove with the bass player and all of that.
Nice. How did you end up with the Marley tribute band?
Well, you know what? Yeah, you know what? To be honest with you, while I was working at Bob Marley's in Orlando, because I worked with the Bob Marley Club in Orlando as their house drummer for 4 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
for
sweet.
4 years. Yeah, man, I worked with them for 4 years. And during the 4 years of working with them, one of my great friends is the drummer for Julian Marley. His name is Craig Taylor. So Craig suggested to me, actually it was Craig and Howard Smith, otherwise known as Rex. Rex is also the drummer for Wycliffe Jean, So they both needed a substitute, actually a sub, to replace to help them out for the Wailers band. So they contacted me, and I had something going on at that time too. But I said, maybe I can make them both work, because I was supposed to do a show in Arizona the following the day before the show with the Whalers in Seattle as a sub. So when he asked me that, I said, you know what? I already have something booked for Arizona. However, I think I can work them both. So what I did, I said, I'm not going to disappoint you guys. Tell your management, fly me from Arizona to Seattle and then back home to Florida. And that's what I did. I just I let it stay happen. I flew in the morning of the show into Arizona. That was like a 5-hour direct flight from Orlando. And did the show that night and flew the next morning straight to Seattle to meet up with the Whalers crew. And did an awesome show with them, and then came back the Monday morning early to work the Monday night at Bob Marley. So from then, yeah, man, I was bugging their hair because they love the energy, they love the vibes. And for me, it was such an honor. I mean, being on the stage with the great Al Anderson, who plays all these hits, Could You Be Loved, you name it, a whole album of over 40 hits. It's amazing, you know. So to even be in the same room with them was such an honor, because this gentleman, along with Bob Marley, they paved the way for us musicians today that we can consistently enjoy the fruits of their labor, you know.
True.
Yeah, man. So I consider it as an honor. And, you know, after that, they had a couple more runs, and I volunteered. And after that, my friend Rex wanted to go full-time with Wycliffe Jean, as always. However, the schedule got complicated where he couldn't make the shows anymore. So it was up for toss. And I said, hey, I'm available if you guys want to use, and pretty much didn't even hesitate, and I've been with them since. And I'll be honest, it's quite an awesome experience. Over the weekend, we just completed a 10-day run of California, starting from Ukiah in California. That's roughly 2.5 miles north of California. North of San Francisco. It was amazing. And, you know, then we went up into Eureka, came back down, then we headed to Reno, Nevada, San Jose, California, and we finished the tour Sunday night at one of the casinos in Secuan Casino in San Diego, El Cajon, San Diego. It was amazing. You know, we did 2 shows off the tour for that casino. It was amazing just to see the reception of people. It is amazing musical experience. Yeah,
I can only imagine.
It's going to come to you soon, Liam. No worry yourself, man. It's coming for sure.
Yeah. All right, okay.
That was real. Yeah.
So tell me, you also worked on a band on a cruise line, right?
Oh yeah, man. I was a leader for my band Vibes 4 on Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. Currently, some members of that band, since I've left them almost 10 years now, they're still on the ship. You know, so you know, yeah, man. So, but we left, and you know, me and the bass player, we left just to be on our own individual projects and to live in the States, you know. But working on the ship, we were known as the cleanup band, you know. The first they faced the sun was Royal Caribbean Splendor of the Seas. This was leaving up from Galveston, Texas. So originally, to start off with, I got the work. Let me tell you how I got the job, right? So, first of all, we did, I did a 2-month relief work with Carnival in 2005. So when after doing that experience, I'm like, man, I think I need to be on a ship with my own contract. You know what I mean?
I like it.
I like it. You know what I mean? But I mean, you're getting free meals every day, which is one.
Yeah, sweet.
Which is two. You get a cabin full of air conditioner, and I don't have to pay an electricity or water bill. I'm like, what? Let me apply for it. You know?
And you got a really good dating scene if you're looking for it.
Exactly. You know, exactly. We like a style. It's see where it goes, you know. So while I was there, you know, I went back home after the 2-month contract, and you know, one man says, you know, apply directly to Royal Caribbean. I did it, and they refused. Not because they wanted to, but because, you know, they didn't know me. So my friend who is my teacher, Mr. Isaiah Palmer, I said, Actually, he worked with them for like 15 years as one of the biggest music vibes they ever had. Even till this day, they still speak about it. You know. So
nice.
Yeah, man. So I called him and I said, yo, I need a favor. I said, if I call Royal Caribbean, can you refer me with your name? He said, Dyrol, you know what? He's a good youth, you know. I love you, you know, as my little brother and my student, you know. You know, and my name is very valuable. You have to protect, you know, so you have to protect it. So here what you do. I'm going to do the recommendation for you so you can get through one of the big guys here. But tell you what, if you mess up my name, don't come back to Jamaica. Yeah? So I'm like, all right, I got it. I said, all right, boss. Yeah, I'm sorry, all right, we hear you loud and clear with General. So after that, I applied. And we got one Phil Miller on the phone. He was the head of the recruiting, the music department. He was the head of the recruiting. So I introduced myself and let him know that I know Isaiah Wanda Palmer. That was my code. My code. The moment I used that, man, this man flipped out. He said, oh my God, I haven't seen him in 10 years. Can I get him on the phone? I said, I sure can. So I did. Yeah, what I did. And you know, they talked for a while, and the only thing he asked my friend Wani was, do you know Dyrol? He said, yeah, I do. He said, okay, tell him to submit all the names you want to come. Let us finish talking. We have more important things to do. I said, okay,
wow.
Send me the names. Yeah, that was it. So they put us on the first ship. Yeah, man, give thanks, you know, so they put us on the first ship, which was Royal Caribbean to send up the seas. It had just done like a 6-month European run, just coming out of the cold. It was in the April, you know, so when they got us on board and not knowing that this ship was the most difficult in the fleet to please with the music, you know?
Oh, really?
So,
why was that?
Oh, my God, because they're very particular. They're very funny. They're not very receptive, so to speak. Music director along with the cruise director, he came to me and he said, hey, both of them came to me and said, the last band we had here was from another Caribbean island, which I won't call the name. He said, hey, these guys did not do too well, you know? They did not do too well, and because of that, out of the 21 ships in the fleet, our entertainment is at the lowest. So you guys have a big responsibility. I said, I hear you. All right? So the very day we kicked off that very day, and we started raising eyebrows. And we had 7 bands on the ship. We were supposed to be the lead. Yeah. And we had a band from Bulgaria, which was situated in the atrium, all in their fine jackets and all of that stuff. When we started rocking the house, in the night, actually during the day we did a reggae scene upstairs. During the evening they planned to give us a chance in the atrium. When we went to the atrium, we did all the Motown hits. We tore the place down. No one wanted to go to dinner. Nobody wanted to do anything. We did it consistently for 4 months, and the ratings of that ship that was at the bottom from the 21 fleet came up to number 1 in a matter of 4 months because of us. Yeah.
Wow, that's fabulous.
Yeah, man. So because I don't know the music, the hotel directors, no one wanted to lose our band, which is Vibes 4. And we were recommended to do the lounge work, which we got through with it. We tore that thing so bad up. And even, you know, one of the most rewarding messages that we heard were from like the staff. They're saying, hey guys, do you know that the different nations that work on this ship, they fight to just stand by the door of the restaurant where you guys work during the day as waiter and waitress just to hear the music. It releases them and gives them more energy to want to work. I said, are you
nice.
When them said that, the whole thing just like, wow, you know, pull into perspective that, you know, it's not about us, but it's about the message that we are spreading, which is a positive musical vibe, you know? The comments from the guests, you know?
Absolutely. I love that.
Yeah, man.
I have a quick question about when you go to market your groups, when you're performing. Like, do you have any marketing tips or any favorite social media tools that you use to promote yourself and your bands?
Well, first and foremost, God has really blessed me with some great people in my life as far as PROs, really control and manage my Facebook page and anything to do with social media. The very first one is Mr. Sivan Melican. Siobhan Melican was the one who actually found me on the cruise lines and believed in me and flew me to Dallas to do the first reggae instructional DVD. This was 7 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Yeah, and from then, we have now Miss Barbara Hutchinson. She's my right hand. She does all my posting. She controls the page. She does everything to do with social media. And because of her push, I've gotten a huge endorsement from one of the great cymbals companies from Germany called Murat, the Real Cymbals, with their distribution both in Germany and in Mexico. They have endorsed me as the first reggae international drummer with their cymbals. And they are
congratulations.
Why, thank you very much. Quite humbled and honored. And, you know, they sent me they sent me a series called the Renaissance Brilliant Series, and I've been promoting the heck out of them every time I go on tour. I take their cymbals and I promote it because it's quality, you know, and I just feel blessed and so humbled, you know, knowing that, you know, God has given me great people in my life, my family, kids, you know, just to make sure that, you know, I stay grounded, you know, I'm rooted and I'm humbled that, you know, the right blessings can be channeled, you know.
I like to hear that because, you know, they always say you really got to stay true to yourself, and, you know, it's nice when you can be, you know, genuine and really feel the love and give out the love, because I find that it's really important because, you know, otherwise, like you say, if you're not open to it, you're not going to grow. And I think it's going to show in your music, it's going to show in your life, it's going to show up everywhere.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But I noticed that your YouTube channel numbers are so high. There was one, there's like 6,000 visits, and I'm like, how is he doing that? Like, is he promoting that somehow? You know, and I just thought to let our listeners know if you do any kind of pushing it, like to promote it by any means, if you could offer them any tips, that would be awesome.
Yeah, man. Well, my first tip is to get that great PRO that not just loves your work but has respect for you as a person as well. And that is quite what Barbara Hutchinson does for me. You know, she believes in the gift in me that I've been lended by the Most High, and so she pushes that with a passion. You know, all my social media, pushing up the videos, anything that I've done as an original, she has pushed those consistently on the page. Hence, we have had such a huge vibe, because right now the YouTube channel itself, it stands at, I think, 1.1 million views worldwide. You know,
wow.
And that's a blessing. And in all honesty, as an individual drummer, and a Jamaican drummer, I believe so far, I'm the only really Jamaican drummer with a viewership on their own channel reflecting 1.1 million views, and that for me is a great blessing, not taking away anything from the other greats, because I'm certainly not the best at all, you know, but it's not about the best, it's just about who you have as a support and a great support team as well, you know what I mean? And people
that's fantastic.
Yeah, man, give thanks, man. You have to surround yourself with the positivity, because we did the first DVD, and when me and Siobhan did it, we did it in his bedroom in Texas, just to see what it would be like. Within the first year, we got 100,000 views. I'm like, what? We were,
wow.
The first thing, and Siobhan's favorite word was always, that's bizarre. You know?
That's awesome.
Yeah, man, from there, we said, okay, let's step it up a notch further. We're going to do it in the same room, but let's do it as a real DVD with different patterns and the slowing down scenes, the sequences that people can actually learn from them. And that's what we did, and that took it right over the edge. Where we were interviewed by Reggae magazine from Germany, printing our DVD in their catalog. And also, one of a drummers magazine from Canada called the Black Page magazine. It's a drummers online magazine. They made me the featured drummer for the month of April in 2009. For the entire month. Yeah,
wow.
I was on their page for the entire month. And as well, I must add the only Jamaican drummer once again.
Wow.
Yeah, man, it's a blessing. I'm humble.
Well, you just rock on, don't you?
I mean, smile glory to the Most High.
Awesome. I love it.
Respect, PM. It's just glory to the Most High because it's not about me, you know. I mean, how I look at it, everybody has their time and their season, you know, and we all get the results based on what we put in, you know what I mean? So right
Absolutely.
about now, you know, it's just about the season. I'm just an inspiration for someone else to carry the torch and even go above me, you know. It doesn't stop with me. I'm just an inspiration holding the torch ahead that somebody else can see the light and them say, hey, we can do this. And come follow me and run up and do it and make me proud. So we're playing a relay. I'm just a little head up right at the finish, not even the finish line, but close to the line, just saying, hey, here's the torch. It's still burning, man. Come, follow me. Follow me.
I love that.
Yeah, man. I consider myself to be an ambassador and is favored by the Most High to be lent or given his talent. You could have chosen a million other people, but you chose to give this little short guy. Well, because I'm just 5'4", my voice is just heavy. So tell the viewers, don't be scared of my voice, okay? I'm just 5'4". All right. For real. So my tip is just get someone who believes in you and someone who loves your work, you know, and always push you. You know what I mean? So that's my.
I hear you.
Yeah, man. Listen. Yes.
So, I mean, to touch on that, do you have any words of wisdom for future drummers or musicians or entrepreneurs out there that are looking to break into the business?
So most definitely, you know, my first word is that, you know, adapt to create your own personality, but don't adapt to conform.
Very wise. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Because when we learn from the greats, you know, when I learn from the greats at Carly or Carlton Barrett to say, you know, that go outdo this great icon was paved the way for me, you know. Yeah, check his lessons and say, boy, yeah, me I go, learn from him and I want to be the next Carlton. No, I want to be the next Dyrol Randall. But Mr. Carlton Barrett, along with other great drummers as Kirk, Robson from Jamaica, they have inspired me in ways in which you never thought the music could be this, you could be inspired by the music. You know what I mean? And they inspire me to create my own identity, my own personality, my own taste, my own flavor, and my own flair. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Yeah, man.
Right, because you don't want to be a copycat. I mean, you want to learn the best from the best, but then you just want to make it your own so that you can be that original person.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Me always tell a man, don't make nobody call you CC. They say, what do you mean by CC? I mean, you're a copycat. Don't be a copycat. I mean, you know, have your own thing. Yeah, don't become a CC. Don't become a CC. Just be you. See? Because when you are you, that's what people remember and love. Not from who you sound like. Then we're going to say, Dyrol sound like Dyrol. Dyrol is Dyrol. See? I have a little taste of here and there, but yes, Dyrol is Dyrol. And all my videos that I've put up, it doesn't replicate, it doesn't, remind me of anyone. It's just what I'm feeling. This is what God put inside of me. So me putting it out there that somebody can say, hey, I'm owning what I'm feeling, so you do the same.
I love that. And you're feeling the spirit of it, I think, and that's when, I was talking to another woman who's from Japan, and she got into Buddhism, and she said her playing technique had just, changed because she wasn't, so concerned about certain things and, making mistakes, and she just, kind of let go and let God, basically, so it was this whole new way of playing, and she said her performance just got that much better, and it really is. I think it's so true that when you get that spirituality in you, and all of a sudden it brings you to a different level, and you can't really explain it, but it's just, it's impressive.
Yeah, man. Give thanks and praise here, glory to the Most High, because at the end of the day, yeah, I saw a thing Facebook yesterday. It says, just a reminder, we all came here by birth and we're all going to be leaving by death. Saying, which is true. So my philosophy is this, when the time that God give us now, just make it count, no man. Make it count with something that you love.
I like that.
Yes. Because, nothing else will make you more fulfilling life. We don't want to lay down on the bed at the end of the day. They cry, they say, boy, I wish I'd taken the chance to become a better drummer, better guitarist, better bass player, better keyboard player, who I should be. But because I listen to everyone else who did not believe in me, I'm going to go ahead and do what they want to do while it does not fulfill you and while you're living their dreams through their eye and not your own. So my philosophy is, God give you a talent thing, embrace it to the max and follow it, because at the end of the day, when you lie down and you say your goodbyes to this world, you don't want it to ever be said, wow, I'm leaving here without completing what I was sent here for. You know what I mean?
Amen. Amen. I love that.
Give thanks to him. You see it? Yeah, man.
Absolutely. So tell me, are you ready for the 11-stroke roll rapid fire interview?
You know what? Yeah. You know what? Boy, yeah, it might as well get you with it, Seeing the 11th stroke, boy, that's deep. So, yeah, well, go on. So we make no mistake, you know what's going on, because we're just winging it, seeing? So we're just ring it, seeing? Yeah.
All right.
So go on,
All right. Let's do it, okay?
All right, let's go do it now. Go on.
All right. What's your favorite drum kit?
Well, my favorite drum kit right now, is the Yamaha Stage Custom. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, they looked good last night. And what's your favorite drumsticks?
Veta Rock. Oh my God. And let me say it again. Veta Rock wooden tips. Those are the biggest and heaviest, suited for every reggae drummer. Solid. Go ahead. Yeah.
And your favorite cymbal company? You mentioned the one from Germany, but can you say it again?
Oh, yeah. My favorite cymbal company now is Dyrol from Germany. And I recommend every drummer, jump on my page and check them out, because them cymbals are off the chain. Recommended and endorsed by Dyrol Randall. Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Mura, that's M as in Mike, U as in Uncle, R as in Robert, A as in Apple, T as in Tom, Dyrol, D as in David, I as in India, R as in Romeo, I as in India again, and L as in Larry. Mura Dyrol from Germany. Yo, guys,
check that out.
Man, you gotta check it out. Every drummer who really have the desire to push on the reggae and get the right sound, because reggae is about bright sound, it's about positivity and inspiration. You have to have the cymbal them that will complement that message. And Mura Dyrol Germany, boom, that's the way to go. Endorsed by Dyrol Randall. Yeah.
All right. Check that out.
Yeah.
What's your favorite album of all time? I mean, I know it's hard, but one of your favorite albums.
Oh, my God. You want to know, say, Exodus by Bob Marley.
Yes.
Album. Yeah, man. And we can just squeeze in Babylon by Bus off the chain. Live too, Oh, my God. That right there? Awesome.
Beautiful. And what's your favorite band?
Oh, my favorite band right now. Boy, I have so many favorites. But right now, picking up a sound which I truly admire. I like Taros Riley and Beres Hammond. Taros Riley and the Black Style Band, and Beres Hammond and Harmony House Crew. Unbelievable. Great music.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Yeah,
check that out.
Yeah, man.
Dine in or take out?
You know what? Me like to dine in. Me like cook. You understand? Me like cook. Me can't do the takeout thing. Especially even when we're on the road, I have to be careful what I eat, people. And I'm sorry to say this on the podcast, but I have to be careful, because I will have the runs. You understand? And I recommend that for every musician as well. You know what? Have the runs when you know you have a show and you have to call a rhythm track in the middle of the song to head to the bathroom and hoping that the singer will talk while you're in the bathroom delivering a message that you shouldn't at that time. You understand? So my recommendation is just eat the right thing. Thai food is recommended if you're on the road by me. You have a lot of vegetables. Yeah, man. You have a lot of vegetables and the thing is healthy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but apart from that, if you're at home, yeah, man, cooking all the way.
was there one time.
Get a good stuff that, man. Good food that, you know. Yeah. Greatest thing. Cocaine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Respect to the mark there, you know? Yeah.
Car or motorcycle?
Car, all the way. Motorcycle, I have a passion for them, but my family don't want me to ride one to damage any parts on me. But, you know, cars, oh, I love cars, by the way. Yeah, man. He's a car, man. Yeah, me love everything about car, inside out, and me love to know what makes the car run. Because I own all the vehicles, you know, and me like them because I understand them, everything that makes them run and what doesn't make them run. I'm very in tune with vehicles that I drive, extremely in tune. One thing is off, I'll know. Yeah, man.
Your favorite travel spot?
Well, you know, say, so far, me that say right now, Chiang Mai, Thailand. Oh my God.
Wow.
Phenomenal.
Nice.
Chiang Mai, yeah, I went there with me and I went there with Sister Carol, Kimana Marley, and Easy Star All Stars. It was 5 years ago. Amazing experience. I didn't even know that the reggae music was just spread out throughout the world. Unbelievable. It took, just so the people them know, it takes 23 hours to get there by flight one way. All right?
Wow.
So, it's kind of rough. Yeah, because we did
yeah, it's on my bucket list. I know it's one of those, you know, you just got to spend a couple weeks out there. You can't go for 4 days, you know.
No, but I take a month and go because it's amazing experience, man. The people are very friendly and very receptive. If you are as a stranger on the street, rather than to rob you or make you uncomfortable, they are the quickest to make you a meal, you know, and find out, hey, where are you? What where do you want us to take you? They're very awesome people. Until this day, the gentleman called Mr. Coffee, he was the one who was preparing my cappuccino for me every morning across from the hotel with his internet, the internet cafe. Man, to this day, we're still friends. Till this day, 5 years ago, and he still reaches out to me. Hi, my friend, how are you? When are you coming to Dubai? Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food, Jamaican food. Right now, rice and peas and snapper with some vegetable on the side and some sour and sap juice. Yeah, that's my thing. Yeah, oh my God, man. Yeah.
And what's your favorite thing to do when you're not working?
You know, my favorite thing to do is spend time with my youth. My kids is a favorite thing because apart from it all, you know, I'm a daddy and my boys, they need me, they need my influence. Them love the music and they love me. So when I'm not on the road, my son, I make sure I'm at every field trip. I go down every Wednesday to school to have lunch with him. And,
wow.
Yeah, man, and every weekend, because I live like almost 2 hours from him, but I travel every Wednesday just to go have lunch with him at school, catch up with the teachers. So because of that, everybody knows me. I'm hands-on that. When they have the field trip, I would look like a butler behind him because I have a cooler pack with everything in it. And he's like, all right, Daddy, I need the chips, I need the juice. I said, okay, sir. You know, yeah, what, and of course, you know, yeah, what, but my boys are my world, you know. So, you know.
How old are they?
8 and 11, you know.
Oh, okay.
8 and 11. So they are the danger age where, you know, everything is very important. You know, that is smart. It's extremely important. So when I'm not out, man, them hear me every day. Them, you know, they hear me every day, and I get to see them. I have them every weekend. Just the same, man. We go to the beach. We do what boys do. Just boys with boys. You know what I mean?
Awesome. Yes. That's fantastic. It's so important. And nice to know because you're a very busy man that you still give them that love and attention that they definitely need.
Most definitely. I mean, first and foremost, you know, he's a father more than anything else. Because guess what, go on? If me accomplish the greatest musical thing in this world, and yet I'm the world's father, it's not profitable. You hear? So my thing is, yeah, man, me have to be the first and number one, be the fan of my boys. I must be their their number. I must be their number one support fan, or we call it. But yes, Daddy in their eyes must be their hero first. Seeing,
I love to hear that.
Yeah, man. When my time pass and me can relax and make somebody else carry the torch, I have to have my children beside me. And if I don't invest in them now, I won't reap later on. You know what I mean?
True. Very true.
Yeah, man, give thanks, you know, for real. You know?
And my last question for you is, what is your biggest pet peeve?
Lord have mercy. Well, I have several, you know, but if you want us to keep it musical, I can. All right, but we'll tell you. The biggest pet peeve is when a keyboard player, a bass player, they don't know the lines are the played with the right feel. Oh my God, I feel like I want to get up off the drum and say, young boy, I swear to you.
So you're gonna do what that guy almost did to you.
yeah, man. Remember, I meet them on the back because remember my days was like, boy, when me messing up, I get the worst looking like, boy, and I get killed up by the lion. So me, nobody even give them that look. Me just whisper in their ears, we need to talk around the back of the bars. Come on, because you're messing up this time, you know. We played this tune over 1 million times, you're still messing up, you know. Yeah, man. That's why biggest yeah, man, biggest musically. You see it? Yeah, man, for real, you know. Yes,
that's fun. That's really great. Yeah, I hear you. I'm sure you. Well, Dyrol, it looks like we're just about out of time for tonight. We've gone a little longer than I expected. So tell me, how can our listeners stay in touch with you and connect with you if they want to follow where you're playing? And, my Facebook, Dyrol Randall is my Facebook. There are two of them. One is a public page and the other is like the private page. But you can click on both, you know, and they both promote my DVDs, you know. Of course, my YouTube channel, Dyrol Randall, or you can put in reggae drumming and you'll see like 250 videos come up of Dyrol. You can always send me a message. You can find me there. And most of the tours I do, just go on my public page on the Facebook and you'll see where I'll be on the next run. Beautiful, beautiful. I will be sure to also put those links up in my show notes and the way people can just click on and, get right to you there as well.
Yeah, man, you're good, man. D like David, Y like Yellow, R like Robert, O like Orange, L like Larry. Dyrol. Yeah.
I love it. I love that spelling. It's so unique.
Thank you very much, man. And Dyrol Randall. Randall is the last name, Randall.
Beautiful. Well, thank you again for doing the show tonight. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you at the next Jahfari show and the Whalers.
Yeah, man, and thank you so much for the honor of most definitely reaching out to me and the pleasure of meeting you to even be on your show. It's such a privilege and an honor, and I'm very much humbled. Thank you very much,
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome, all right?
And I want to thank to everybody out there listening, because if it weren't for you, I wouldn't have a show. I feel truly blessed. And if you like this episode, please share it and tell your friends and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any new shows. We're currently on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher Radio, and SoundCloud. And don't forget to stop at www.littledrummergirl.com. That's LILDrummergirl.com, and sign up for our newsletter for more tips, tricks, videos, and tutorials. And don't forget, I'll also put a link here for the YouTube channel. And remember, it's never too late to begin to live the life of your dreams and leave a trail blazing behind you. So rock on and rock out, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Namaste.